hope you're well. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry about the wobbling. I'm currently balancing my tripod, like my mini tripod thing, on a little case to try and get it at the right level because the lighting in my house is just atrocious. It's such a dark house, and in the winter it's just so hard to film anything. So I've got like my big bedroom light on, so it's probably a bit bright, but never mind. I am doing a second trimester kind of big update because I have been terrible this time and I have not been much of a YouTuber over the past year, and I've not been doing the weekly updates this time because I just can't with the kids, the ages they are and their lives, and working full-time and whatever else. I've just had to, and also doing a 5-month deployment. This time I've just had to take a bit of a step back from YouTube, but hopefully once the baby's here and I'm on maternity leave and I've got more time on my hands, fingers crossed, I'll get back into it because I do really miss it and I love it and I love connecting with everyone. So yeah, I'm really conscious of me moving and this making the camera move, but I've got a bunch of, like, each week I did for the second trimester sort of note down some of my symptoms like I did in the first trimester, so we can go through those because I don't know about other people, but I love hearing about people's pregnancy symptoms each week. I just find it really fascinating that everyone goes through such a different experience. So I will kind of run through and then just do like a general kind of chat, and also because I'm doing this a little bit later than, like, I'm already into the third trimester now, I'll pop up some bump photos. I haven't taken too many, to be fair, but I'll pop up a few bump photos like here when I get to the weeks that I took bump photos in, because I've only taken like one every month this time around rather than every week. But yeah, so from week 12 onwards, week 12 I've written down that my nausea was much worse. Sickness has just been another general theme in this pregnancy. It's kind of how my pregnancies go. I always get really bad sickness and nausea, so it is what it is. So yeah, I wrote down nausea worse, so tired in capital letters, emotional, weird tingling breastfeeding feelings in my boobs, that's lovely, and cramping, lots of cramping, which again is still quite worrying at the beginning of like the second trimester. It is for me anyway, so I remember feeling like quite a lot of anxiety around that time, even though I was really grateful that I'd kind of gotten into the second trimester. I don't think I had my 12-week scan until 13-ish weeks, I think it was, so I'll quickly talk about that though from what I remember because it feels like ages ago now. But everything went well, the scan was great. My friend came with me. Originally I was just going to go by myself, but then she was like, oh, I'm free, like I'll pop along, and I'm so glad she did, to be honest. Like, it just made it more of an experience. Like, we went, got a little coffee afterwards, and she took like a little photo of me with my scans, and it was just nice having someone there. Oh god, I remember how emotional I got actually now. So I had the scan, and as soon as they put it on my tummy and the baby popped up, I burst out crying because, oh, my battery's running out. 1 second, I'll change this and then I might be in a slightly different position because my battery's dying. There we go, battery all changed. Let me find where I was. So yeah, I was talking about the scan, wasn't I? They did it and I was so emotional. I think I've been so worried of all the bleeding and everything I've been having. I just was so relieved when I saw the little baby just pop up. And I got so emotional, I made my friend cry, and I almost made the sonographer cry. Everything was fine, measurements looked good, and yeah, I didn't find out what we're having because we're not finding out what we're having. But then when I got home at midnight, I like had my scan and I was googling the nub theory, and I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, I don't even want to know. But anyway, that was week 12. Week 13, all I put down was very tired, sick and constipated. That's been another running theme with this pregnancy. Lots of constipation. Week 14, nausea still going strong. Headaches are back. Yeah, the only good thing is that I find pregnancy and after pregnancy seems to stop my full-blown migraines. So I've suffered with migraines since I was 12, I think it is, and every time I'm pregnant I do get very headachy for the sort of the whole of the first trimester and some of the second, but then after I don't have migraines as such, and then after I have the baby I don't have any proper full-blown migraines for like a couple of years, and then they come back after that. But very strange. Also wrote down constipated, smells affecting me again, sore tummy a lot of the time, and feeling weaker when working out, and heartburn. So heartburn's not something I get a lot in pregnancy, but it seems to flare up every now and again. Working out, I think it's maybe all like your ligaments getting a bit looser. I'm finding like when I was doing my usual weights I was struggling, and that was quite frustrating, but never mind, I was just grateful to still be working out. With the constipation, all I did through this pregnancy is eat prunes, basically. Went and got a bunch of prunes, tinned prunes, bought some of the kids, you know, like weaning pouches of prunes, and that seemed to help, to be honest, because I already drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruit and veg, and things like that. So it's just one of those things. Week 15, really bad anxiety around the baby being okay, also having crazy dreams. I think those two came like kind of hand in hand. It's obviously a hormonal thing. I've had it in all my pregnancies. I had one dream when I was pregnant with Lachlan where I woke up thinking I was covered in blood because I'd found my whole family murdered, like stabbed to death, and it was so real. I woke up sobbing my heart out thinking I was covered in blood, and it was just awful. So I think I've been having a lot of anxiety around the dreams at that time. Pains in tummy again. Week 15, I thought I felt some tiny kicks. Super cute. Nausea on and off, workouts difficult again, and starting to get out of breath walking. So I think week 15 as well, I still thought I'd get a bump a lot quicker this time because it's third baby, but it still took much further. I think I just was starting to get a lot of like the more pregnant symptoms at this stage. So week 16, squirmy feelings, like baby's moving. I remember that, I kept trying to take videos. Nausea a little bit better. And then on the 25th of July, we got to hear the heartbeat for like the first time, and the kids were there as well because it's during the summer holidays and I had nowhere to put them or take them. So I asked my friend who's my midwife if they could come along to the appointment, and I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, no, it's totally fine. And Lachlan made a nuisance of himself. He was like getting in the birthing pool. They let him try out like the CO2 machine, and he was trying to do the heartbeat thing and everything. So everybody loves the Lachlan, bless him. So it was a really lovely appointment. Again, I did get a bit worried that what if we couldn't hear the heartbeat and the kids were there, and because I waited till 12 weeks to tell the kids. I just realised I've probably not talked about that either. I waited until I had the 12-week scan before I told the kids, because they're 9 and 7, but their dad's away, they're dealing with a lot anyway. They've been so excited about us maybe having another baby. I just didn't feel comfortable, or would never want to put the heartbreak of losing a baby on them, you know, like their kind of innocence and their understanding of everything. I kind of just didn't want to do that. So I thought if we got to the 12 weeks, then I'd feel a lot more comfortable and safer telling them. So I did like a cute little, basically just put like scarves, like blindfolds on them, and wrote little notes saying I'm going to be a big brother and I'm going to be a big sister again, and got each other to like look at the other one and read out their note. And it took them a little minute to click. I'll pop the link to the Instagram video down there. But it was the cutest reaction. Isla got really like, she gets like happy upset now. She does like happy tears. It's the cutest thing. So she was just like so excited, and Lachlan was jumping around the place, and it was really lovely. So that was nice. But yeah, I did get a bit panicky at that week 16 appointment where I was like, what if like we don't hear the heartbeat and the kids are there? But everything was fine. I've written down headaches again, and then I've also written down we went to Chessington because we had like a forces family, like military family free tickets to go. So we did that, and I've written down I've realised why pregnant people shouldn't go on rides, because of your low blood pressure. But we had loads of fun. Week 17, I've written down that I think I felt the first tiny kicks on the 1st of August. Was starting to feel very heavy, like heavy in my kind of lower tummy. Shooting pains in my lower back, tingly boobs, no appetite and nausea, and lots of sickness this week as well, so meh. Week 18, I've written kicks in capital letters with loads of exclamation marks, and lots of moving around, all squirmy. I remember being so happy feeling that. It was just so lovely. Nausea, pelvic pain. So I've been having a lot of pelvic pain again this pregnancy. I had it really bad with Isla, not so bad with Lachlan till towards the end, to be fair. Isla got referred for physio and everything, and it really helped. And with this one, I did get referred for physio as well, but just with how busy life is, I'm a terrible person. I didn't end up booking in, then I got booted off the list, then I got referred again, then I couldn't get through, then I got booted off the list again, so I kind of just gave up, and now I'm in the 3rd trimester. I'm regretting that because my pelvis is not very happy with me. Week 18, I've written had a scan. That was a private scan that I took the kids to because obviously they can't come to the NHS ones. Baby in a bad position. The scan wasn't like great as in getting any images, and to be fair, the place we went wasn't that great, and I've been there before like years ago, but never mind. we ended up going for another scan the next week at a different place. It was much better, but baby was all okay, so that was good. And the kids kind of got to see a little bit, which they were very excited about. 19, nausea and sickness really bad, pelvic pain bad, back pain bad, lots of movement from baby, boobs massive. And my skin was breaking out that week. That must be the only time in this pregnancy that actually happened, because I've been very, very lucky. Wrote down about the scan, had a scan and all looks good. Baby was in a bad position again, but this place was much better at, like, I don't know, angles and just trying different things, and they weren't so dismissive, and they were really lovely. So we got some cute little, like, as good as they could get kind of profile of its, you know what I mean? Its profile, that's what I'm trying to say. And the kids were more excited because they got to see the baby's little face. They kind of switched to 4D and you could properly see its face. So they were like, ah, it's an alien, but they were so excited. Both times the baby's been like in a transverse position, so lying across me and facing away, which obviously makes it very tricky for the sonographers. Week 20, I had my week 20 scan, and yeah, it was completely fine. Went on my own this time. My friend was going to come, but then she ended up not being able to, bless her. They did lots of thorough checks, like especially around the neck and that, because of Isla's cystic hygroma history, which was very reassuring. She did say there was something, and from what I remember now, she talked about whether I'd get referred to fetal medicine or not because of that, because of Isla's cystic hygroma and because of some of the measurements she took, but nothing ever came of that, and baby's completely fine, so that's good. All the other checks they do in the week 20 scan all came back fine, just that baby was measuring slightly big, I think it was, or his tummy. Everything else was fine, but his tummy was measuring big. So I'd been referred for the glucose tolerance test anyway because of, I think, Isla's birth weight, even though I never got referred for it, weirdly. So that's at week 28. My midwife doesn't think I have gestational diabetes, and I don't think I have gestational diabetes. Me and Rob make tall babies. That's all it is, really. Week 21, just the same sort of thing. So I was very constipated again, finding working out much harder, and also finding my daily, like, oh, I don't do daily walks down the beach, but I was trying to go down the beach on lunch breaks when I was working from home days. And that started getting more difficult because of just the pelvic pain I was getting. So yeah, week 22 saw kicks through my tummy for the first time. So I think I again tried to get videos of that, but the baby's a very camera shy baby. Lots of back and pelvic pain. It had kind of spread around into that area by that stage. And then I think life got a bit busy because I tailed off and didn't write any more weekly updates. So for the next kind of like month of the second trimester, from memory, things just kind of continued the same. I think we were also kind of heading towards Rob coming back from deployment, so things were getting really busy and really crazy and whatever else. I got referred for some growth scans for the baby, so kind of just looking forward to those, and we'll see what the consultants say. There weren't too many sort of midwife appointments or things like that towards the end of second trimester. I think it'll ramp up in the third trimester. But yeah, it's been up and down, very up and down. Emotionally, it's been really, really hard because obviously Rob's been away. The kids now knowing makes such a difference. The first trimester, when Rob left when I was 8 weeks pregnant and I was so sick and so ill, and the kids didn't know, and just trying to crack on with work and being a mum and being on my own was just really difficult, because I felt like Isla was getting really worried because she couldn't understand why I was so ill all the time, because I'm never sick. So that was really tricky. So the second trimester's kind of been easier in the sense that it's been really nice that they've known, and they've been so helpful and so lovely and so caring and just so excited, which is just the best thing ever. I think because we never wanted this big a gap, we wanted a much smaller gap, but it's just the way it's worked out. I wasn't actually like, I was kind of focusing on the negatives of the big gap rather than thinking about the positives, and there's so many. Like, it's so lovely. It's so lovely. So yeah, feeling very grateful. But yeah, sorry to kind of wrap that up very quickly at the end. I forgot that I hadn't done the last couple of weeks little notes. So yeah, but hopefully you find it useful, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you again soon. I'm going on maternity leave just before Christmas. Then obviously it's the Christmas holidays, and then baby will be here at some point, and then yeah, I'm on maternity leave, but then Rob deploys a few weeks after again for 4 or 5 months. So we'll play it by ear, but I'm planning on doing a lot more YouTube again, and I'm very excited, so hopefully you'll stick around. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!